Hello and welcome to the read along. The title of this book is One Chair, One Reality: The Key to Faith and Dominion That Works, written by Donna Eve. I am Donna Eve, and I'm so glad you were led here to be with me today. It is my voice you'll hear throughout this read along. So let's begin. Lesson 7, a love hook and delivery time. Having a love hook. Faith worketh by love. Two parts of the faith process matter more than anything else. Number one, only one desired outcome can sit in the reality seat. No alternatives, no backups, no plan B. Number two, the outcome you choose must contain something you love, a love hook, which also ensures supportive actions. Paul wrote in Galatians 5:6 that faith worketh by love. That isn't poetic language, it's mechanical. Love is the emotional anchor that holds your seated desire in place. When you choose an outcome that contains something you genuinely love, that love stabilizes the desire long enough for it to manifest. Love is the easiest, cleanest way to move a desire through the faith mechanism. Without love, you won't generate enough emotional energy to shift your reality. The first speed bump will knock you out of alignment. You'll abandon the goal, seek doubt, or switch desires 3 times before lunch. So, you must find a love hook, the part of the desire that lights you up, excites you, or feels deeply right. You must set a delivery time. The earth realm operates on time. Heaven does not. In heaven, the outcome is already complete. In the earth realm, your mind needs a defined point of arrival so it knows what to expect and when to expect it. This is why faith requires a time boundary. When you say immediately, you are signaling that the outcome is needed as soon as possible. When you give a specific date and time, you are anchoring your expectation to a clear moment. This removes the feeling of uncertainty because there is an agreed time. It stabilizes the one chair. Faith needs a defined delivery time. Children do this instinctively. When a child says, "I want my toy now," that may seem like impatience, but it prompts an expedited delivery time. Because their expectation is singular and immediate, they often see results faster. Adults, however, have been trained by disappointment. They expect delays, they assume waiting is normal, so adults build a buffer that faith doesn't need. If you ask for 30 days, that becomes your delivery time, even if faith could have delivered it sooner. The system responds to the time boundary you choose. Instead of expecting delay, expect the path is clear and what you want will be set sooner rather than later. Receiving versus expecting. Most people think that they are in faith when they are actually just expecting. Expectation feels spiritual, but mechanically it keeps the outcome in the future. Expectation says it's coming, which means your mind is still waiting, watching, and checking for evidence. The chair is not filled. Receiving is different. Receiving pulls the outcome into now. Receiving says it's mine before you can see anything change. It installs the outcome as the present reality, not a future possibility. Receiving authorizes delivery. Expectation keeps the outcome pending. Receiving authorizes fulfillment. Faith activates at the moment of receiving, not at the moment of hoping, waiting, or expecting. When you receive, the system stabilizes. When you expect, the system stays open, unfinished, and easily disrupted. Faith doesn't respond to anticipation. Faith responds to acceptance. Heaven is waiting on us. We are waiting on heaven, and heaven is waiting on us. Most people think they're waiting on God to move, answer, or release something. In reality, the faith system is already available. The storehouse is already stocked. The outcome is already complete. Heaven isn't withholding. Heaven isn't slow. Heaven isn't undecided. Heaven is ready. The delay happens on our side in the earth realm because the system requires 1. A single seated desire decision. 2. Criteria with a love hook decision. 3. A delivery time decision. 4. And receiving permission. Until those 4 pieces are in place, the system can't activate. Faith requires human decision and permission. Heaven is not the bottleneck, our decision is. A practical example. For years, one thing frustrated me about working the traditional 9 to 5. 5 days of vacation per year. Meanwhile, my managers enjoyed 4 weeks. I knew I wasn't going to work 20 years for 1 week of rest. That was unacceptable for me. So, I didn't start with a job title. I didn't start with a salary. I didn't start with a company. I started with the love hook, the 4 weeks plus paid vacation. Seated desire. I want a job that gives me at least 4 weeks of paid vacation. Nothing less is acceptable. That was the part I loved. That was the anchor. Once that anchored desire was seated, a series of events unfolded. Number 1, I quit my job. I didn't quit that job in a dramatic way. I voiced my frustration in a meeting, and the manager responded with, "Take it or leave it." In that moment, I realized my desire had already shifted. My love hook was pulling me forward, so I chose to leave. Number 2, my husband unexpectedly received a higher paying position which covered my lost income. Number 3, we moved to a new area and bought a house. Number 4, I prayed about my purpose and felt led to teach. In November, completely out of season, I walked into the music office. The hiring manager recognized me from high school and hired me on the spot to replace a teacher who had just quit. Teachers have summers off. Additionally, that district allowed teachers to stagger their pay to cover the summer months. I ended up with a teaching job that gave me 6 weeks of paid vacation, more than I originally asked for. Teaching was already aligned with my calling, so the opportunity made sense for me. The desire I seated had a love hook strong enough to hold me steady through the transition. God even provided for our family through my husband's unexpected salary increase, which carried us while I moved into the new position. Lesson 7, Keys. Faith works best when the desire contains something you love. Love stabilizes the seat. Choose the part of the outcome that lights you up. That becomes the anchor that pulls the manifestation forward. A love hook anchors the outcome through challenges. It keeps you from wobbling or switching desires. Without love, the desire collapses under pressure. You won't generate enough emotional energy to hold the seat. Refinement is allowed. Updating your criteria seats a new desire. Don't forget to say when you want your outcome to be manifested.